Okay, so let's take a look at Google Charts and the basic format that we need to feed into the chart. So we're going to have data, and it's going to pretty much look like a normal table. So for example, here's a table that has the first column is the name and the age. So we'll have at the beginning, we need the data to tell us what the names of the columns are, and then we'll have a whole load of rows that is the actual data. And we see the same thing in Google Charts. Okay, so here I'm saying this is the first row, and I'm saying column 1 I'm going to label as A and column 2 as B. We'll change these in a moment. And then I've got some data. Column 1, the first value is 1, and for B it's 1 as well, and then 2, and the value is 3 for B, etc. Okay, so now we're going to draw the Google chart, and here we need to say where we want to draw it on the page. That's the first thing. Remember, we're in HTML, and this is going to be an HTML page, and we need to tell it where our chart is going to be, and so we put a div in here, and we put an ID chart. I'm calling it chart underscore div. This is an arbitrary name. Okay, we're just going to use it to be able to pick up this div and tell Google Charts, okay, draw it here in this div. Okay, so let's take a look first now at, we need to tell it first that here we're going to have some, oh, I put it in the wrong place, sorry, I need to put this script up here. So it's, sorry, it's Control V, and I'm going to put this script there. And it's the loader for Google Charts. And then we're going to need to tell it where to load. So this is going to go out onto the web and grab some JavaScript called loader.js and load it in. Okay, so we've seen this before, but that's what it's going to do, and it may take some time. So now we're going to tell it, okay, that we want to load up. Oh, I need a script tag here. There we go, script. Okay, that's better. And we're going to tell it we want to load the core charts up and the bar chart. Now, we're putting in this Google Charts or set on load callback. And we're allowed to put in a function name here which says, okay, once the Google Charts is loaded, call this function. We're going to call go. So here's our function go. Again, this is arbitrary. We can call our function whatever we like, but here I'm calling it go. And so I need a function go. And we're going to do all our work in here, and then we're going to call draw chart. In this case, the data is of the right format that will be able to draw it. So I'm passing it into draw chart, and now in draw chart I need to do some work here to actually I have to transform the data slightly. So let's take a look what we do inside here. We're going to first figure out where to draw it. So we're going to get a variable, draw at, and now I do document get element by ID, and I get hold of that div that I created down here. Okay, so there's the div, and I'm going to get hold of it. So draw at now points to this. Okay, now we can put in, so let's have, we're going to create a data table now, and this will take data here and get it into exactly the right form that Google needs, but it provides us with an array to data table. So this now is going to be the data table that that Google Charts needs. This will be the table that Google Charts needs. And finally, we're going to create a new, and finally we're going to create a new chart, and that's here, and so now we create our chart and pass it in the name of where we want to draw it, and then we do chart.draw and pass in the data table. Okay, so that should be everything. I'm going to save that. Let's run gcharts1. So, and this is in gcharts1 here. Okay, so what you'll see is here's A, so our horizontal axis is A, and here's B, and so this is the values, the height. B is 3 there, B is 1, etc. B is 2. Okay, let's just change this data slightly. So suppose now we had this as names. So I might put in here, instead of 1, I could put John, and I can put Fred, etc. And I'm just going to put those 2 and leave 3 and 4 there and see what it does. So it does the right thing. It puts John here, Fred, and then it takes 3 and 4 as those labels. Let's make it a little neater. Let's do name and age. So John is, let's make him 33, and Fred, let's make him 22, and let's do Mary, and let's make Mary 21, and let's do Anne, and let's make her 22. And redraw. Okay, so now we get quite a nice table like this. So this is a column table, if you like. We can do horizontal bar charts quite easily. Let's suppose I wanted to do this horizontally. What I need to do is so here we need visualization bar chart, and that's spelled with a capital B and a capital B, chart. Save it and redraw. And there we go, and now we've got it as a horizontal. And we'll see how to control other things in next videos. Okay, bye for now.